Were you aware that 80% of accomplished women face social criticism on a daily basis? However, true Sigma females don't just get by, they master these situations. Today, I'll share 11 effective strategies to help you deal with any harsh words thrown your way. Hello, ladies! If you're watching this, you're likely that special woman who stands out from the crowd. You're self-reliant, bold, and follow your own path. That's what identifies you as a Sigma female. But truth be told, being different often attracts critics and their mean comments. Let's use their negativity as a stepping stone to boost your strength. Number 1. The reflection technique. Let's explore a strong tool used by Sigma females, the reflection technique. This method isn't just about clever replies. It's a deep psychological strategy that makes the person who insulted you rethink their actions. The reflection technique relies on a straightforward yet impactful psychological idea. Often, people who insult others are actually revealing their own personal doubts and fears. As a Sigma female, you can use this understanding to your benefit. When you're insulted, don't snap back right away. Instead, pause and take a deep, slow breath. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. Your posture alone sends a powerful message before you even speak. Tilt your head slightly, keep eye contact, and let a subtle, knowing smile appear on your face. This shows you're not fooled by their words. Now, let's get to the effective part. Here are some mirror responses you might consider. It's interesting how people often point out in others what they're afraid of in themselves. I see you're really honing in on whatever the insult is. Is that something you're dealing with? The way you try to bring others down actually reveals a lot about your own feelings. The reflection technique is effective because it helps you stay calm. It turns the attention back on the person who insulted you. It forces them to face their own problems. It shows that you are the one handling the situation with more emotional wisdom. Keep your tone gentle, inquisitive, and always respectful. Think of yourself as a psychologist observing an interesting behavior. After you respond using the mirror technique, watch how they react. Often, they will become upset, try to justify themselves, switch topics, or just leave. The reflection technique is most effective in work environments, responding to indirect negative comments, sorting out family conflicts, dealing with troublemakers on social media. Things to avoid. Don't let your emotions take over. Don't let the situation turn into a fight. Don't use this method too much with the same group of people. Don't sound like you're talking down to others. What really sets this technique apart is that it's not just about protecting yourself. It's about showing that you're emotionally mature and aware of others' feelings. You demonstrate that you think and respond differently. The reflection technique isn't about coming out on top in an argument. It's about preserving your self-respect and helping others recognize their harmful actions. When you get good at this technique, you'll see a remarkable change. People will hesitate before they disrespect you again. That's not merely a defensive move, that's influence. Enjoying these Sigma vibes? Hit that subscribe button and come along for more uplifting content. Number 2, mastering the frosted grace technique. The frosted grace technique is about staying calm and composed when faced with negativity. When someone is rude or insulting, people often feel angry, defensive, or want to snap back just as harshly. But Sigma females understand that the best approach is to remain cool and confident. This technique isn't just about overlooking the disrespect. It's about replying in a way that shows your inner strength and grace. Picture yourself in a meeting where a colleague suddenly comments, It's surprising to see such strong aspirations from a woman. This remark is full of negativity and old-fashioned beliefs. Instead of immediately getting upset or offended, pause for a moment to take in the comment. This is when you use the frosted grace technique. When someone says something mean to you, begin by giving a gentle smile. This doesn't mean you agree or are pleased with their words. Rather, your smile indicates that you're not troubled by what they said. It shows that their words don't control you. A smile can be quite powerful. It might make the person who insulted you rethink their words. Then, keep your eyes fixed on the person who insulted you. Holding eye contact is a strong way to communicate. It shows you're focused and sure of yourself. By looking them straight in the eye, you make it clear you're alert and won't ignore their rudeness. This can make the insulter feel uneasy, as they might start to realize the impact of their words. After showing your smile and maintaining eye contact, go on with your day as if the incident didn't affect you. You could respond with something like, "Thanks for your opinion, but I think being ambitious is important for success, no matter if you're a man or a woman." This reply is firm but calm. It demonstrates that you believe in yourself and won't let others limit what you can achieve. The great thing about the frosted grace technique is that it lets you handle tough situations without making them worse. Instead of getting caught up in a nasty fight or feeling upset, you show how strong you are by calmly recognizing the mean comment and then just moving on. This approach doesn't mean you have to shout back or get even. It's all about holding your own with grace. When you use the frosted grace technique, it not only affects the person who insulted you, but also influences those who see how you handle it. Observing your serene confidence might encourage them to behave similarly. People admire someone who can stay composed and unaffected by harsh words, and your ability to do so can strongly influence other women around you. They might begin to understand that they too can face harsh words with elegance and toughness. As you keep using the frosted grace technique, you'll find yourself becoming emotionally tougher. You start to care less about what others think and feel more confident in who you are. Every time you practice this technique, you strengthen the belief that you are the boss of your feelings and reactions. This not only lifts your self-worth, but also gives you the courage to confront negativity in different aspects of your life. To wrap it up, the frosted grace technique is a great strategy for Sigma females to handle rude comments gracefully and strongly. By simply smiling, keeping eye contact, and staying positive, you show your confidence and make it clear that you're not bothered by other people's limited opinions. This way of handling things not only keeps you emotionally safe, but also boosts how others see you. Keep in mind, you are in charge of your own space, and nobody can strip you of that power. Number 3, the graceful departure. Let's explore a strong tactic used by Sigma females, the graceful departure. This is more than just leaving. It's about exiting in a way that leaves a memorable impact. Real strength doesn't come from having the final say. It's about knowing which discussions are worth your effort. The graceful departure demonstrates that you prioritize your time over trivial conflicts. Here's how to perfect the graceful departure. 1. Stand upright, pull your shoulders back, and tilt your chin up a bit. Claim your area like the leader you are. 2. Show confidence through your body movements. Now, let's add a twist. Checking the time isn't just about knowing the hour. It's a statement that your time matters. Gracefully look at your watch, eye your stylish clock, or subtly glance at your phone. This action should be understated yet clear. Combine these strong statements. I have a day worth millions ahead of me, and this chat doesn't fit into it. My agenda for success leaves no space for this vibe. I'm on a mission to build an empire, and this doesn't help. My time is too valuable for this conversation. When to apply them? When someone is trying to upset you. In the midst of pointless drama. In harmful workplace environments. At social gatherings filled with negativity. When interacting with people who waste your time. The graceful departure is effective because it indicates that you treasure your time, shows you can manage your emotions well, conveys confidence and self-respect, denies others the reaction they were seeking, creates a lasting impact. Select the right moment. The ideal opportunity often arises just after they've made a rude remark, when the discussion becomes harmful. Before they anticipate your departure, steer clear of walking away in anger or reacting with raw emotions. Once you leave, don't look back, come back, or give more explanations. What sets this approach apart as truly Sigma is the blend of dignity and strength. You're not fleeing, you're wisely picking your fights and guarding your energy. Your time is incredibly precious. Each moment you spend in negative situations is time you could have used to build your success. The graceful departure isn't just about walking away. It's about smartly choosing where to put your valuable time and effort. By becoming adept at this strategy, you'll notice people begin to value your time more, and small annoyances will naturally start to diminish. This isn't just leaving. It's moving toward a better quality of life. Enjoy these smart strategies. If you're ready for more, leave a heart emoji in the comments. Number 4. The analytical comeback. Let's dive into one of the most effective and intriguing methods that a Sigma female has at her disposal, the analytical comeback. This approach revolves around turning the tables by using real curiosity to soften harsh vibes. With the analytical comeback, you shift attention away from any flaws others might point out to why the person criticizing you thinks that way. Instead of getting defensive, you become an interested observer. This approach not only neutralizes the person criticizing you, but also gives you more control. Steps to use the analytical comeback. 1. When someone throws a mean comment your way, pause and breathe deeply. 2. Keep your body relaxed. Show that you are confident through how you hold yourself. 3. Don't respond right away. Give yourself a moment to think. 4. Lean in a bit to show you're engaged in understanding more. 5. Make sure your face looks open and interested. 6. Speak in a calm and curious way, not like you're ready to argue. Consider this scenario. Someone accuses you of acting superior by saying, "You carry yourself as if you're better than everyone." Instead of responding defensively, you draw closer and inquire, "Why do you feel compelled to make that comment?" This method is effective for a few reasons. It turns the attention away from you and onto their actions. It prompts the other person to examine their own feelings and reasons, which can make them feel confused or embarrassed. It catches them off guard because they usually don't expect a calm and considerate question after hurling an insult. Maintain eye contact to demonstrate your sincerity, refrain from passing judgment, and keep your voice calm. Be patient and give them time to think about their response. The ensuing silence can make them uncomfortable, which can be a strategic advantage. What's particularly clever about this approach is how it combines smart thinking with emotional steadiness. You're not just reacting on impulse, you're thoughtfully analyzing the situation and turning it to your benefit. By becoming skilled in this technique, you'll notice that you not only maintain your inner calm, but also pave the way for more meaningful interactions and personal growth. This is the hallmark of a Sigma female. using curiosity to turn conflict into opportunities for insight. Number 5. Flipping the script. Let's explore a very effective tactic used by Sigma females, flipping the script. This strategy is more than just throwing out a question. It completely changes the flow of the conversation. For instance, imagine this. Someone just hurled an insult at you, confident they're in control. Perhaps they criticized your job, your way of living, or even how you look. Now's your time to shine. Stare right back at them, keep your face calm yet interested, and ask with real curiosity, why do you feel compelled to make that comment? Here's why this approach is successful. 1. Turns the tables. All of a sudden, they're the ones who have to answer questions. 2. Promotes self-reflection. They become aware of their own rudeness and have to defend their actions. 3. Creates unease. Most people aren't ready to justify their negative remarks, making them aware that they've been subtly reprimanded without any hostility, making your approach more effective. Sit or stand in a way that shows you're comfortable yet assured. Look directly into their eyes without wavering. Slightly nod your head as if you're really intrigued. Speak in a smooth and even tone. If they start defending their actions, listen attentively and respond with, "That's a unique view." You might add, "What about that upsets you so much?" Finish with a calm, "I get it," or "I see," and then talk about something else. This demonstrates that you stay clear of petty squabbles while giving them space to ponder over their own reactions. The great thing about using what I call flipping the script is it not only displays your strength, it also shows your cleverness and thoughtful planning. Get good at this, and you'll notice fewer people attempting to upset you with harsh words. Have you tried this method before? Share your experiences in the comments. Number 6. The gratitude pivot. A powerful trick that a strong and confident woman often uses is what we call the gratitude pivot. This method involves turning a negative comment into a chance to show strength and positivity. When someone says something mean, instead of letting it hurt your feelings, you use it to showcase your high standards by replying with thanks. This reminds everyone that you focus on the positive and personal growth. Here's how you can perfect the gratitude pivot. 1. Make eye contact with the person who insulted you and gently smile. 2. Speak in a calm and clear voice to show you mean what you say, without sounding mocking. 3. You could say, "Thank you for reminding me why I prefer to be around people who are more understanding and mature." This way of responding is smart, but also shows grace, proving you're above the negativity. This approach works well for a few reasons. It catches the insulter by surprise. They expect you to be upset, but your calm reply throws them off. It shows what you stand for. By saying thank you, you demonstrate that you prefer to be positive and grow, showing them that their negative words don't affect you. It makes the insulter think about their actions. They might not realize that their harsh words often reveal their own doubts. Consider this scenario. If someone remarks, "You think you're too good for us," rather than feeling hurt, you might answer, "I appreciate the reminder of why I prefer the company of more empathetic people." This kind of reply not only diminishes their influence, but also boosts your own self-esteem. Regarding body language, stand upright and look them in the eye. Showing confidence can give more weight to your words. Keep sarcasm out of it. You should sound sincere. The aim is to lift yourself up, not put them down. Choose the right time to speak. A small delay before you answer can make what you say more powerful. The special thing about the gratitude pivot is its mix of beauty and power. You're not just reacting, you're showing off how smart you are with your feelings. You prove that you can stay positive despite negative comments. The gratitude pivot isn't only about dealing with rude remarks. It's about showing pride in your own values and the standards you set for those you keep close. By replying with thankfulness, you show that you care about growing positively and having good interactions. When you get good at this skill, you'll see that it not only keeps your peace, but also makes a space where bad vibes can't last. This is what makes a Sigma female strong, using your power to turn a tough situation into a chance to show strength. Over time, this way of handling things helps you gather a group of people around you who are supportive and motivating. The more you use the gratitude pivot, the tougher and more confident you'll feel when faced with negativity. So, the next time someone tries to put you down, use this smart move. Show them that their words don't affect you and rise above the challenge with elegance and power. Number 7. The power of perspective shift. Being a Sigma female, one of the strongest skills you have is turning hurtful comments into lessons for personal development. Often, when someone says something mean, it's natural to feel hurt and react defensively. However, imagine if you could turn that around and use those harsh words to get better. This process of thinking differently about negative comments is called reframing. It's not about ignoring or simply brushing off what someone says, but about seeing it as useful advice that can help you enhance your skills and abilities. For example, imagine a Sigma female who receives criticism. Rather than reacting with anger or defensiveness, she might calmly respond, "Thanks for your input. I'll consider it and use it to refine my work." This reply might look straightforward, yet it's extremely effective. Here's what the Sigma female achieves by responding like this. She recognizes the critic's view, indicating that she appreciates their input. She shifts attention away from the negative comment and focuses on the chance to grow and get better. She demonstrates her confidence and assurance in her skills, showing she's open to helpful criticism. How can you use this in your own life? 1. If someone throws a harsh comment your way, pause and try to understand their point of view. What are they really trying to express? What do they hope to accomplish? 2. Rather than viewing the harsh comment as criticism, approach it as a doorway to growth and skill enhancement. What valuable insights can you uncover from their perspective? 3. Answer in a manner that respects the other person's viewpoint, but also displays your own confidence and self-assurance. For instance, if someone tells you you're not up to the mark, a good response could be, "Thank you for your feedback. I'll think about what you've said and use it to better myself." This reply demonstrates that you respect the other person's viewpoint, yet you believe in your own skills and are open to positive criticism. Viewing hurtful remarks as chances to grow is a powerful strategy that can enhance your confidence, toughness, and sense of self-value. It's not about ignoring or brushing off rude comments, but rather about embracing them as moments to learn and evolve. By adopting this change in perspective in your daily life, you can transform negative comments into opportunities for development and emerge as a more resilient and self-assured individual. In each case, a Sigma female employs the technique of reframing to change a derogatory remark into a chance for growth. She doesn't react defensively or with anger. Instead, she takes the criticism as a chance to learn and get better. By embracing this way of thinking, you too can become a more robust, self-confident individual who is not hesitant to accept constructive feedback. Number 8. the strength in setting limits. For a Sigma female, knowing how to establish firm limits is key. Limits are the lines you draw that mark what behaviors are okay and what aren't. When you set clear limits, you're showing others what you can and cannot put up with. And you're also looking after your own well-being. Sigma females are experts at making their limits known. They realize that it's not about being harsh or bossy, but about being direct and polite. They recognize that having limits is crucial for keeping relationships healthy, achieving their ambitions, and caring for themselves. Consider the case where a Sigma female is offended by something a coworker says. Instead of reacting with hurt or anger, she calmly responds, "I get that you have your view, but I don't like the way you're speaking. Let's keep our focus on the work we need to do." This approach is an excellent display of setting limits. By reacting this way, the Sigma female respects her co-worker's point of view, but also makes it clear that she doesn't accept their disrespectful tone. She firmly communicates that she won't engage in negative exchanges and steers the conversation back to the work, which helps keep the workplace positive and efficient. How can you use this advice in your daily life? Here are some suggestions. 1. Understand your limits. First, you must understand your personal limits. Spend some time thinking about what you can accept and what you can't in various situations. 2. Speak clearly. When you set a boundary, be sure to express it clearly and with respect. Use statements that start with "I" rather than "you," which might sound like you're blaming someone else. 3. Stay consistent. It's important to consistently maintain your limits. Always uphold them, even if it feels tough or awkward. 4. Learn to refuse. It might be hard to say no, but it's a crucial skill for establishing clear limits. Start practicing by turning down small things, like an offer to go to the cinema or a request for assistance. In each scenario, the Sigma female is establishing firm limits and sharing them in a straightforward and polite manner. She is not being unkind or overbearing, but is instead looking after her own interests and necessities. The advantages of establishing firm limits. Creating firm limits offers several advantages, including enhanced relationships. By establishing clear limits, you communicate to others what you are prepared to accept and what you are not, which can lead to better relationships. Greater self-esteem. When you establish clear limits, you are prioritizing your own needs and well-being, which can boost your self-esteem. Less stress. By setting clear limits, you minimize the stress and anxiety in your life, which can lead to improved overall health. By establishing clear limits and sharing them clearly and politely, you can look after your well-being, enhance your relationships, and reach your goals. Share your own stories about managing this technique in the comments below, and remember to hit like and subscribe for more updates. Number 9. The deflective barrier. The deflective barrier is all about using the power of reflection to neutralize negativity without letting it penetrate your sense of self. When you're faced with criticism or insults, think of yourself as a mirror, reflecting the negativity back without absorbing it. Here's how to master it. 1. Listen carefully to the insult, but instead of taking it in, imagine it bouncing off a reflective surface that shields you. 2. Respond with a poised and serene demeanor, saying something like, "It's interesting you feel that way." This response acknowledges their comment without letting it affect your inner peace. 3. Use this moment to calmly restate your perspective or politely excuse yourself from the conversation, reinforcing your boundaries without escalating tension. This technique helps you maintain your composure and demonstrates that you are in control of how you engage with others' negativity, protecting your energy and focus. Number 10. The perspective pivot. The perspective pivot involves turning a critical moment into a learning opportunity, not just for you, but also for the insulter. By shifting the perspective of the conversation, you enlighten both parties and reduce the sting of the insult. Here's how you can do it. 1. When confronted with an insult, pause and offer a broader perspective that enlightens, such as, "Have you considered why we see this so differently?" 2. This approach encourages the other person to step back and consider the bigger picture, potentially leading to a more constructive dialogue. 3. Wrap up by reinforcing a positive, inclusive statement like, "I think there's a lot we can both learn from different viewpoints." By using the perspective pivot, you not only handle the insult with grace, but also foster an environment where mutual understanding is possible, turning confrontations into conversations. Number 11. The ultimate power move. Let's delve into a resilient strategy often used by Sigma females, the ultimate power move. This method is all about showing how independent and emotionally strong you are, proving that you don't let other people's opinions control your sense of personal dignity. The ultimate power move is a bold statement of owning who you are. It shows that you know your worth and won't be pushed around by negative comments from others. It's a strong way to remind yourself that what they think doesn't really matter to how you see yourself. When someone throws insults or negative remarks your way, pause for a moment to steady yourself. Stand confidently, straighten your posture, roll your shoulders back, and maintain steady eye contact. Your posture should show that you are firm and unshaken. Ignore their hurtful words. Picture yourself as a solid wall that can't be knocked down. With a calm but firm voice say, "Your view of me is not my concern." Make sure your voice is even and forceful, but not harsh. This reply should show your inner strength and not come off as looking for a fight. By stating that their opinion doesn't shape who you are, you take back your power. It emphasizes that you are in charge of your own story, which weakens the impact of their insult. Often, people expect you to respond defensively or get upset, so your composed response might just leave them without anything to say. Emotional separation. This reply helps you to emotionally disconnect from the situation. You hear what they're saying, but decide it won't impact you. Imagine this. Someone tells you, "You'll never succeed in this field. You're not the right fit." Instead of feeling upset, you say, "What you think of me is not my job to manage." And then you go on with your day like it's no big deal. This demonstrates that their negative comments don't touch you. What really makes this approach effective is the mix of emotional smarts and self-confidence. You're not getting pulled into unnecessary drama. You simply state your position clearly and keep going. This strategy is all about managing your feelings. Your value doesn't depend on what others think. It comes from inside and stays solid. By mastering this method, you'll see your self-esteem rise, and the influence others have over you will shrink. You'll send a message that you're confident, showing others that their negative views don't affect you. So, when someone next tries to belittle you, cling to this powerful response. Take charge of your own story and keep living your life as the strong Sigma woman you are. You're the author of your life story, and nobody else can write it for you. Wrapping up, what's the key to dealing with harsh words effectively? It's not about being overly tough or overly mild. It's about being sure of yourself and composed. Sigma females understand their value and aren't shy about defending themselves. They lead the way in handling these situations, and there's much we can learn from their methods. Here are the 11 methods Sigma females use to handle offensive remarks. These tactics go beyond just coping with rude comments. They're about developing self-assurance, toughness, and self-respect. Remember, you're not on your own, and your value isn't determined by what others think of you. You are a strong, skilled, and incredible person. Never let anyone make you doubt that. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more videos about personal growth and social interactions. If you have any thoughts or questions, drop them in the comments. Also, feel free to share your stories about dealing with rude remarks right here in the comments. Until our next video, keep believing in yourself, stay tough, and keep being incredible.